one they call Edith. Romain Dumas drove it to a world record altitude of 22,093 feet on December 2nd, 2023. The underpinnings of this car is it's a 2019 992 Carrera 4S. It's turbocharged, it's a 7-speed manual, it's got portal axles, it's got some big BF Goodrich TA, mud terrain tires. It's a whole lot of fun to drive. Take a quick look inside. This is how it was when it came back from Chile less than a month ago. Still caked in dust and volcanic rock underneath. So you really got to pick your way through it. It's pretty narrow. Not quite sure how wide this car is. Apparently Romain Dumas said at certain times it was like driving blind, going up such steep hills that he couldn't see anything but sky. The car shifts nice. The steering is interesting, the way the car actually rolls around. Where I'm sat is super stable. Everything else is moving up and down. First gear really just gets you moving. It's like second and third gear is really where this is. But it does give you confidence. I'm squeezed into this tight bucket seat. Everything's easy to modulate. The steering, the clutch. It all feels, very Porsche. Except for the rawness of the interior. Sven, you were part of this Saturday Breakfast Club special that started somewhere in Viaside, probably over a coffee or a beer and a dream and a concept to achieve a goal. First of all, congratulations. I mean, what an achievement. So congratulations to be part of that team. You were actually there on location, right?
Yeah, right.
How was it getting acclimatized to that altitude, the lack of oxygen, functioning, breathing, headache, stuff like that?
At the last time it was running quite good and we were fast in acclimatization, but at the first two expeditions we had a lot more problems with the altitude. I was part of the development team for the chassis of this car. We were all enthusiastic to work on such a project.
7-speed manual 3-pedal. This is exciting, in the age of everyone sort of going PDK and dual clutch.
Yeah.
Why? Manual's a lot of fun. I love driving manual. Tell me why you chose manual.
Manual we use because of the driver needs to be able to use the clutch active. If you have a difficult terrain or has to climb over obstacles, you have to actuate the clutch manually.
So it's more about feel of the tires on the terrain. A lot of this was going over rocks and being able to modulate that with the clutch in control. So this is full on 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet in the brain.
Yeah.
It's sort of old school analog in a way.
Yeah.
Tell me in as much detail as you can briefly, what is underneath this?
Underneath this is our Porsche warp connector chassis.
Warp connector chassis, what is that? That sounds like some Star Trek
and
thing.
And this is a chassis where the wheels left and right and front axle and rear axle are connected, and the chassis is able to balance the wheel loads all the time to provide maximum traction to the car.
So explain how the portal axles work, because the body that you sat in is really stable and the wheels are kind of going like this.
Yeah, the portal axles lift the car on around 30 centimeters. In these portals we have an additional ratio of 4. So the car originally runs 300 kilometers per hour. So due to the portals it's only around 80, 90, but you have 4 times the torque.
Okay, so it's the ability to slowly ascend over uneven surface and still have traction.
Exactly.
Now tell me a little bit about the steering.
In this car we have a steer-by-wire steering, which gives you more ability to tune the steering to what the driver needs.
Okay. Turbocharged, how much power do you think this made at 22,000 feet? If you measure it.
I expect it's maximum 200 horsepower.
It achieved a huge goal at a high altitude with actually not a lot of horsepower,
Yeah.
but a lot of torque.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Hey, listen, I appreciate your time. Pedal
Thank
to the
you.
metal. Cheers.
Thank you.
So I just got out of Doris. This was the development test mule. It's a 2018 992 Carrera 4S. This was the car that the Saturday Club developed, and it was the first test mule that went down to Chile in 2019 and did all the shakedown development stuff before Romain got involved. The car that Romain drove is actually 400 kilograms lighter than this car, but essentially the underpinnings, the steering by wire, the actual transmission, the portal axles, is all the same. So I've just done the second loop, obviously a bit more familiar second time around, realize what gear ratios I can carry. This is more rock crawler than trophy truck. It's amazing how it handles the bumps. It just soaks them up. It's kind of nuts. It is a full-on rally section. It does make you feel, you know, it's more rock crawler than trophy truck, but I have to say, you know, it does kind of give you the urge just to push a little bit harder. I mean, we're driving a piece of Porsche history here. Back to first gear over the whoop-de-doo is just to show how portal axles actually work. This is where I really got to watch my head on this roll bar. I think Romain is a little shorter, but it made it through there really smooth. But you know, it kind of leaves me wanting one more go, I've got to admit. Piece of Porsche history right here, and a real honor for me to spend a little bit of time behind the wheel on the trail and enjoy the capabilities and confidence inspiring that this car installs in you.